Hey everybody, it's Bulbe here. This weekend just gone, I did my first ever remote duel, which was exhausting, and I came 16th out of 28 people with dragon maids, or more accurately, dragoon maids. So I'm coming here to give you my deck profile from the weekend. Overall, I think the deck did really well. Me, I didn't do so well, and that's just because I misplayed a good bit. Honestly, I was terrified for my first few games, especially. Like, I was actually shaking and it just kept making me forget things, so it was so awkward. It was a lot of fun and it was a great experience, and I'm going to keep doing as many as possible until I can actually do the deck justice, which would be great fun. So I went up against a Zodiac deck, I went up against Unchained, I went up against a Dark Magician deck, which is the one I won against, and then I got a free win because somebody's camera wasn't working. So I won 2 matches and I lost 3 matches. For my next one, make sure you're following twitch.tv/its_bulbe, and you'll be able to see in real time me messing up my combos as usual. I do think this is a pretty solid combo deck, which is quite fun, and it's pure enough. I think it does play some guard dragons, but in general, it plays all of the majority of the Dragon Maid monsters, which I think is the main thing about having a Dragon Maid deck. Without further ado, here is my deck profile. I hope you like it. Let me know what you think of it. If there's stuff you would change in it, put it down in the comments. And if you have your own variant of Dragon Maid deck, make sure to send it on to me. You can send it in my Discord. I've got like a deck list channel where you can just put your deck lists in there, and I will check them out. So I am still fairly new to all of this, and I'm always looking for fun decks to kind of check out. Dragon Maids is my ultimate favorite deck though, ever, and it always will be. It's got such a special place in my heart, so anytime that I can make it somewhat good, I'm going to. And right now I'm having so much fun with this deck, so you do have to try it out, because like going into a board with your Shio, your Heretics and a Dragoon is just like, people just drop. They're like, what the hell is this? So that's fun. Let's get into the deck profile and some of the combos then afterwards. So first off, in our Dragon Maid deck profile, we're going to play 3 Chamber Dragon Maids. She is the MVP of the deck. She's your starter Dragon Maid. She allows you to add a Dragon Maid spell or trap straight from your deck to your hand. Okay, so then next up we play 3 Parlor Dragon Maid. She would be your second starter if you don't have a chamber in your opening hand. She allows you to send a Dragon Maid card from your deck to the graveyard. Doesn't have to be a spell trap, it can literally any Dragon Maid card. So it could be a monster, it could be a spell, or it could be the trap. Okay. Next up is 2 Kitchen Dragon Maid. Now, I know a lot of people have started cutting her from their Dragon Maid decks, but I actually still think she is another good starter and an extender. She allows you to add a Dragon Maid monster from your deck to your hand, and then discard a Dragon Maid monster from your hand to the graveyard. Okay. And then finally, for the small Dragon Maid monsters, we play 1 Nurse Dragon Maid, which is a monster born for the Dragon Maid monsters. All of the Dragon Maid monsters, or smaller Dragon Maid monsters, do the same thing in the battle phase. So at the start of the battle phase, they bounce back to your hand to special summon one of the bigger Dragon Maids monsters from your hand or your graveyard. So going from there, then we play 1 Dragon Maid Ernest and 1 Dragon Maid Lorpar. So Ernest allows you to special summon a Dragon Maid monster from your hand if you discard her to the graveyard. And then Lorpar is an imperm, but only on your turn. But the 2 of these then at the end of the battle phase can come back to your hand and bring out one of the smaller Dragon Maid monsters again. So for the non-Dragon Maid monsters, what we play first is 3 Black Metal Dragon. He is a great starter if you don't have any of the Dragon Maid monsters in your hand, or even if you do have some of the Dragon Maid monsters in your hand, he's sometimes the better option, because when he's sent from the field to the graveyard, you can search your Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon, and then Red Eyes bring back Black Metal Dragon. But we'll go through the combos a little bit later. Next up is 3 Noctovision Dragon. When he's used his link material and sent to the graveyard, you get to draw a card. If you special summon a dark dragon monster, he just special summons himself from the hand, which is great because we actually play a lot of dark dragon monsters in this deck. And also, if he's sent to the graveyard for link material, you get to just draw a card. So he's a fabulous extender for this deck as well. Couldn't have the deck without him. Then for the last two big dragon monsters, we play one Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon and one Tempest for our Gold Sark and for our Black Metal Dragon. Then what makes this deck really special is we play one Dark Magician and one Red Eyes Black Dragon. I'm sure you can guess what these are for. They are for the Dragoon package. Then for hand traps, we play Ash Blossom of Joyous Springs and we play Infinite Impermanence for our two sets of hand traps. You can take these out and side them in for others, but they're pretty good for the main deck. Next up is the spells. So first off, we're going to play 3 DRAGONMAID Hospitality. This is a Monster Reborn for the deck. So what you can do is you can Monster Reborn a DRAGONMAID monster and then send a DRAGONMAID monster with the same attribute but a different level from your deck to the graveyard. This card is going to be unbelievable when we eventually get the dragon version of Chamber, I would imagine, because right now, if you're special summoning Chamber from the graveyard, you've got nothing to send from your deck, but if you had something to send from your deck, that would just be muy bueno, absolutely amazing. But for now, the card is still really, really good. So even if you brought back your Parlor, you could send your Lorpar or bring back Nurse and then send your Ernest, stuff like that. So another, a good Monster Reborn for the deck with a little bit extra added onto it. We play World Legacy Guard Dragon, more Monster Reborning, and this is also good for our small Guard Dragon package. And then we play Monster Reborn. Just because you can't have enough Monster Reborns in this deck. Then we play one DRAGONMAID Changeover. This is the fusion spell for the deck. The reason we only play one of it is because it is super duper duper searchable. What you can do is when it's sent to the graveyard, so if you send it to the graveyard with Parlor, this can target a DRAGONMAID monster on the field and add the DRAGONMAID monster and itself back to the hand. And you can obviously fusion from your hand as well, so you can use the DRAGONMAID monster that you pop back to your hand as your fusion material. You can only use the bouncing back to the hand thing once per turn, but you can obviously fusion summon as many times as possible. Then we play one Dragon Ravine. So this is brilliant interaction with the new DRAGONMAID Trap. You can search the trap with DRAGONMAID Changeover, and then you can send the trap to the graveyard with Ravine and then send a level 4 lower DRAGONMAID monster to the graveyard as well, which is brilliant because the trap wants to be in the graveyard. We play one gold sarcophagus to go with Tempest, and that also gets us to a Parlor. And one foolish burial goods because, like I said, both Changeover and the trap are okay being in grave. The trap wants to be in grave, Changeover wants to be in your hand, but if it's in the grave, it can get back to your hand quite easily. And then we play one Red Eyes Fusion, again for the Dragoon package. And finally, for the deck, we play 3 DRAGONMAID Tidying. This card has really, really been insane for the deck. So, first of all, you can target one dragon monster you control and one card your opponent controls and just send them back to the hand. So this can be difficult, or this can be difficult for other decks to go against because it can out some of the most annoying monsters or the most annoying cards or Mystic Mine, stuff like that. But then also, when this card is in the graveyard, you can banish it and special summon a DRAGONMAID monster. So you could special summon out your Nurse and then Monster Reborn another one, or you could basically special summon out any of them as well, which is brilliant, and it's a great extender for the deck. Moving on to the extra deck. So next off, we play 2 House DRAGONMAID. So she's great for interacting with show first of all, and then when you get to the battle phase, if you have the small DRAGONMAID monsters or the big DRAGONMAID monsters on your field and you bounce them back to your hand to bring out their lower or higher form, then she can just pop a monster. Pop it straight up. Okay. So we play one DRAGONMAID Shio. So she is the boss monster of the deck with 3500 attack and 2000 defense. During each player's standby phase, she can special summon a DRAGONMAID monster and a level 9 or lower DRAGONMAID monster. Then she's also a negate and destroy for your opponent's cards. So you can just, they activate a card, you negate and destroy with Shio, then Shio goes back into the extra deck and you can summon out a DRAGONMAID house. So then the reason you only play one of Shio is because she keeps going back into the extra deck every time you negate and destroy and brings house out again. Alrighty. So next up for the extra deck monsters, we have one Red Eyes Dark Dragoon. Dragoon has really good interaction with DRAGONMAIDs. So you can either use the fusion spell if you pull the fusion spell in hand, or you just need to get 2 monsters on field to be able to make Dragoon. And I'll show you the combo in a bit, but you can actually have some DRAGONMAID monsters on field as well as Dragoon, so that the interaction between the Dragoon package and this deck is actually insane. Then for the Link monsters, we play 2 Striker Dragon to start off our combo. We don't play Boot Sector Launch, so there's no need to activate Striker Dragon. We play 1 Guard Dragon LP and 1 Guard Dragon Pisty. LP from the summons from the deck, and then Pisty summons from the grave. So we play 1 Link Spider. The reason we play Link Spider is to help you out if you get Nibiru'd. So if you get Nibiru'd and you've got your token on the field and you're like, I don't know what to do with this token, so you can tribute off the token for your Link Spider, and then hopefully you'll have one of your monster reborns either in your graveyard or in your hand, and you can just get another monster out on field somehow. And or even if you've used if they've Nibiru'd when you've already got Heretics on the field, Heretics tributes, so that'll allow you to special summon out a level or a dragon monster from your deck. So then you've got 2 on the field and you can go straight into Dragoon. And spoilers, next up we play Heretic Seal of the Heavenly Spears, 2 of these. It is a fantastic card for this deck. All you have to do is have 2 dragon monsters, and with the guard dragons, obviously that locks you into dark dragons, I believe. That locks you into dragon monsters, and obviously you want to get to Dragoon at the end of this. So Heretics can help you get rid of one of the guard dragons, and Red Eyes Black Metal Dragon can help you get rid of the other one. Then we play 1 Dragonid Knight Romulus. You can search your ravine, and that can help you get your trap in the graveyard if you've searched the trap off of Chamber. And add more DRAGONMAID monsters to your graveyard. We play 1 Protector Whelp of the Destruction Swordsman. This card is really good for getting you out of your dragons. So you can just use, if you have a guard dragon LP or a guard dragon Pisty on the board still, and you're trying to get into your Dragoon after you've got the rest of your monsters on board, this is great because you can use the guard dragons to make Protector Whelp, and then Whelp and another one to make your Anaconda. So then we play 1 Anaconda. Most people know what this does. You give 2000 life points, and you're able to send your fusion spell from your deck to the graveyard along with your Red Eyes and your Dark Magician, and then you can make your Dragoon. And then finally we play 1 Boral Sword Dragon to help you get game sometimes, because you will have a lot of dragon monsters on the field, and Boral Sword is just a great, once you can get to 4 link pointers, or say 2 DRAGONMAID monsters and Heretics, something like that, this is really good for helping you get game. Okay, it's always nice to have a Boral Sword. So let's go into our combos. Alright everybody, so let's get into the combos. So this is a 3-card combo, but it will get you to DRAGONMAID Shio, your Heretics, and your Dragoon. So that is quite a board to be reckoned with. First off, we'll start by normal summoning Black Metal Dragon. Then we link Black Metal Dragon away into Striker Dragon. Now, because Striker Dragon is a dark dragon monster, you can special summon Noctovision Dragon. And then we resolve Black Metal Dragon and we search for the Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon. Then we turn these two into Romulus. So here is where chain links are quite important. So we're going to do Romulus chain 2, Noctovision chain 1, or Noctovision chain 1, Romulus chain 2, because you want to search out your Ravine before you draw a card. So you're thinning your deck before you draw the card, in case you draw the Ravine. So we will search for the Ravine, and then we will draw a card. And I'm going to just draw an Ash here to just show you that it's not another like DRAGONMAID card or Dragon card, anything like that. So then we activate Dragon Ravine and we dump our card, and then we can send a card from our deck to the graveyard. So we're going to search for our DRAGONMAID Chamber and dump our DRAGONMAID Chamber. Alrighty, next off we activate World Legacy Guard Dragon, bring back Chamber, I'll put him up a bit, bring back Chamber, Chamber effect to search our DRAGONMAID changeover. Then we turn DRAGONMAID changeover or Chamber into Guard Dragon LP. We use World Legacy Guard Dragon to move LP, so then you have the space here that the two of them are pointing to. Then we activate Guard Dragon LP to special summon Parlor DRAGONMAID. Then we can activate Parlor DRAGONMAID to send our trap to the graveyard. Alright. Next off, we turn Parlor into DRAGONMAID Pisty. And here's where it gets fun. So we use before we use Pisty, banish the trap, special summon back our DRAGONMAID Parlor, and then activate changeover, turning Red Eyes and Parlor into our DRAGONMAID Shio. Now we're gonna have to put Shio over here. Alrighty. Next, we activate DRAGONMAID Pisty to bring back Red Med and bring back Parlor. Then we can turn Guard Dragon LP and Romulus into Heretics. Next off, we're going to turn Parlor and Pisty into Whelp, Protector Whelp, and then turn Whelp and Red Med, sorry, changeover should be in the grave at this stage, into Verte Anaconda. Then you activate Anaconda, which will send your Red Eyes, and then send your Red Eyes Fusion, and then your Red Eyes Black Dragon and your Dark Magician. And finally, you can summon your Red Eyes Dark Dragoon. This is the final board you'll end on. You have Ravine that you can use next turn. You can tribute with Heretics, and when you tribute, you can special summon back one of the DRAGONMAID monsters if you wish, or any dragon monster really. And then you can extend plays further. You have your Dragoon, which is a negate destroy, but also 2 pops. And then you have your DRAGONMAID Shio, which is a negate and destroy. Then you can put it back in the deck or put it back in the extra decks and summon out house. But also in the standby phase, you can summon out Parlor, activate Parlor's effect, dump another trap, then you've got another special summon. You could go into Boral Sword, you go into another house, you get your changeover back as well. So this deck can grind a lot, and it can make big boards like this as well. And as well, like I said earlier on, if you go into Link Spider after you've been Nibiru'd, you can still get to your Dragoon as long as you can get another monster out on the board by using Anaconda and then sending the spell and your Dark Magician and your Red Eyes Black Dragon again. So there's so much that this deck can do, but here is kind of like one of the major boards that it can end on, which in my opinion is pretty damn good. Okay everybody, so that was my DRAGONMAID deck profile and one combo. I am going to be doing some test hands during the week and I will put them up on my channel, so keep an eye out for those. If you have any questions about the deck, or if you have any suggestions about what I could do to make it more consistent maybe, or anything like that, do let me know in the comment section, and be sure to like and subscribe. I will see you all again soon. Slán!